Tonight's main event sets the top stars against each other in a non-title singles match as the Triple Crown Mexican Monolith Warlord Santos goes one-on-one with former multi-time champion German Hammer Josef von Schmidt.
Oh, man. Expect some animosity between these two. Santos and von Schmidt go back a pretty long way. About a dozen years, in fact. But that was before Santos had his change of heart, becoming the fan favorite he is today.
For one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Sylvia Strong from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 496 pounds, the World Super Heavyweight Champion, the Giant Warlord.
That's real true what you say, Johnny. They do go back about 12 years or so, and, well, Von Schmidt, being a former world champion and a former international champion, he has gone up against Santos a number of times, and it's always been Santos, been the one to relieve him, whatever championship he happened to be holding at the time, so, yeah. Now he's a Triple Crowner and a fan favorite, and now he's part of the Stronghold, too. I'm just like, how bulletproof can you make this one human being, besides the fact that he's 7 feet tall and almost 500 damn pounds? Well, Josef von Schmidt definitely gonna have his hands full on this one.
Von Schmidt has fought the biggest names in the company over the years, and Warlord Santos has always been kind of a very big stone in Von Schmidt's boot, his record against the Mexican Monolith, yielding very few solid victories, despite the German Hammer himself being a pretty big powerhouse of a man. But even he's got a look up when he's standing face to face with Santos.
And his opponent from Dresden, Germany, weighing in at 277 pounds, the soldier Josef von Schmidt.
Josef von Schmidt, former world heavyweight champion, former international champion, former tag team champion, and our first ever Memphis Million winner, would love to get himself back into the championship gold racket again, and he's going to have to get past the Mexican Monolith in this non-title single to try to make his way up that mountain again. The first step in a 1,000-mile journey.
The irony here is just to think, guys, when you consider that both these men began their careers despised by fans, that they both, at some point, worked for the notorious to short Popeye Scott Bell, only to go on to become fan favorites years later, having shaken their negative past. And they come back full circle tonight, and even without a championship hanging in the balance, the tension between them makes it feel as if there were...
Yeah, the dynamic between them sure has changed since 2012, hasn't it? But I'm sure both these guys remember those far-off times as if it were only last week. I'm sure Von Schmidt's fans, his little Gauleiters, as he used to refer to them, would love to see Von Schmidt hand Santos a piece of himself here tonight.
Simple, basic, uncomplicated, non-title main event between a giant and a German Hammer. Well, this is something you don't see every day. Tom Canamora rings the bell. Here we go. They lock it up, and Von Schmidt shoved down to the canvas almost immediately. Santos rounds him up into a bear hug. Tom Canamora watching it. But Von Schmidt nailed Santos in the head with those iron cross elbow pads. Separates them. And into a jumping neckbreaker drop down goes Santos. Von Schmidt rounds him up, responds with a hard right hand that takes Santos down to the mat again. Santos responds with a kick to the head. This is what does not Josef von Schmidt with a headbutt that didn't even phase. The Mexican Monolith short clothesline takes Von Schmidt back down again. The German Hammer catching another knee to the midsection as he is whipped to the ropes. Santos misses with that elbow. Von Schmidt gonna take advantage of that mistake. Fails to connect with the clothesline, counters with an elbow to the side of the head. But Santos, with a series of hard shots, and he's got Von Schmidt up in the air. Atomic drop that's gonna wreck your tailbone eventually. The Mexican Monolith making his way all the way up to the tippy top. Josef von Schmidt slowly getting his feet as Sylvia Strong admires him incuriously. Oh, wow. Right off the top rope with a double axe handle, and Santos beating his feet on the Mississippi mud here. Josef von Schmidt slowly getting back to his feet. Santos makes his way back up to the apron. Oh man, using the ropes to do it. Oh, Schmidt counters and hangs Santos off the ropes. Oh man, short clothesline takes Schmidt right back down. It did not last long. Knee to the skull from the Mexican Mom. Oh man, just using him as a weapon, man. Oh, hard kick to the head. Schmidt already busted open and bleeding here. Santos gathers him up again. And the Mexican monolith has him up and puts him right back down the hard way. Santos going for the cover. 1, 2. I really would have thought that would have lasted a little bit longer.
Here is your winner, the Giant Warlord, Santos.
That lasted about as long as the flavor on a stick of fruit stripe gum. Santos shuts down Schmidt in a shade under 3 minutes here, and whether or not Schmidt just had an off night, which is entirely possible, he's gonna be restarting that 1,000 miles. Journey you mentioned all the way from square one again. Maybe it's the radiant charm of the magnificent Sylvia working in her newest client's favor. I don't know, but Schmidt is gonna have to swallow his pride and put tonight's disastrous performance into the rear view. All right, gang, that's it for this evening. And as always, thanks to all of you for being the most important part of this show. We will return to the air on Tuesday, October 1st, when our WL Rage makes its fall return, and we'd love to see you there. For Tex and GB and all of us at our WL, Wally Cardinal saying thanks, good night, and be safe.